Hi there, I'm Frank, and this is a wine. Let's drink it together. Let's drink a really cool Syrah from California. I have right here a 2018 Ojai Vineyard Syrah from the Appalachian Santa Rita Hills, and this is the vineyard is John Sebastiano. Santa Rita Hills is more coastal within the Santa Barbara region. That means more diurnal temperature, very cool nights, tends to produce cool climate, more acid-driven reds and whites. This one right here got really nice scores from a lot of critics, especially the famous Jeff Dunnock gave this 96 points. And what's interesting about that is he also gave a 2018 Côte Rôtie, a very famous one, Jamet, 96 points. And that one is $200, while this wine is $40. So yeah, let's drink the wine and see what it's like. Here's the color. Gorgeous color, pretty young wine, so it's still quite dark. Nice purpleness right there. Pretty classic Syrah. Let's give it a smell. Yeah, this is a very aromatic, very floral. I would say this has a real lift, to this. Does have that kind of a cool climate, feeling there, being, Santa Rita and, cooler nights. 13% alcohol, so definitely, a little bit more, I would say elegant, a little bit more floral in the way it comes across. But still very gorgeous blueberry for me, and a little bit of cherry, and with some kind of a almost a citrus tang on top of that. A little bit of grapefruit action right there, but mostly beautifully ripe blueberries and some cherry there. Very, very floral. This is kind of classic old world Syrah. Very, very floral. Almost pungent, violets right here. Quite complex. I guess some stem inclusion. I think in the winemaking process, I'm not certain. I don't know, how much stem inclusion, if any, but it comes across that way for me. If I kind of describe it, it's very fragrant. It's a little pungent. There's a touch of sort of brown sweet spice on it, a little bit touch of woodiness, a little touch of greenness. It's kind of hard to describe, and usually that I just think about stem inclusion right there. Yeah, but gorgeous sense of, there's almost like a little faint white smoke, incense kind of feeling there as well. Again, these are very, very classic Northern Rhone Syrah aromatics. A little bit of white pepper for sure. But also really interesting black tea, component right there. Very, very nice, very interesting right there. And a little bit of sarsaparilla, a little bit of cola, not too much. And sometimes wines can be almost, go too much on that note. But right here, there's just a little bit hint of, sarsaparilla right there. It's quite nice. But yeah, overall, very gives a feeling of very elegant, very aromatic, very floral bouquet right here. Let's give it a drink. Very, very fine texture. The tannin is very, very polished. There's a good concentration, good flavor, nice balance right here. Good long finish. Nice sense of acidity, in the middle to keep this wine really, really fresh. The sense of florality really comes through. A little bit of that kind of mentioned that almost a blood orange kind of a citrus tang, still comes through as well. Overall, this is yeah, this is almost a little bit like a cooler climate Syrah. I mean, is this Côte Rôtie? Is this, obviously it's from Santa Rita Hill, but I think, from my point of view, I feel like the winemaking world, there's a lot of you know, imitation, you know, back and forth. And you know what I say about imitation? Imitation is the best form of compliment. And in this case, I mean, Santa Barbara, I'm not very far from where I am, you know, certainly can make, you know, world-class wines. And because of the, you know, some of the coastal influences where you get, you know, these really, really cold nights, and, you know, you can really make some, you know, very nice, fresh, cooler climate, old world, you know, type of wines. And so it's no surprise to me that Santa Barbara, Santa Rita, you know, Hill can make wines like this. Now, how does this really compare to a $200 2018 Jamet? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe some of you are fortunate enough to actually have tried it. I mean, I've tried Jamet before, but not the 2018 vintage. So I can't really say, you know, how does that compare? But Jeff Dunnock, you know, very well known, very well respected critic, and he's you know, tasted many wine, and I think it says a lot when he puts these two at that at the same score range right there. So if you're someone who loves Syrah, you know, especially kind of these cooler climate, you know, more floral type of Syrah, a little bit of white pepper, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, stem inclusion even, this absolutely is something that, you know, you should seek out. And if you're someone who maybe is a little bit new to Syrah, or a little bit unconvinced with Syrah, and instead of dropping $200 on the 2018 Jamet, maybe you should try this first and see how that is. So yeah, that's a review. Until next time, cheers.